Hello, everyone at home. Welcome back to the Hogeki Heroes campaign, the Trials of the Wickermen. Once again, Team Hyper. Everyone is here today. Silver, Phil, Kiwi, and Jose. So who needs a recap from last week?
I'll always take one.
All right. Well, last week y'all so y'all figured out your way that you were going to arrive into the cursed city of Girdishell.
Nothing to do with the sewer system.
Uh, well, we're getting there. Y'all started out by flying over the roads, thereby cutting your travel time down from a day to about an hour because of how fast apparently a flying dinosaur flies. Which is kind of freaking ridiculous. Actually, he wasn't the one that did that. That was you, Isaac.
I don't believe that. I think we all got piss in our mouth.
Yeah, whatever you like to say. Well, and then once they got close, they decided to go through the sewers, the way called Piss Gully. After several unsuccessful attempts to get through, they finally did. Killed a couple low-ranking demonic guards. They won't be missed. And then headed into one of Boots' old hideouts that he showed Isaac back when he was alive. From there, Isaac had a couple moments of how should I say this? Reflection, memory, a whole bunch of fancy words that one could use there. Before deciding to go off and scout as a pixie. Going into the factory that had been started back up. Isaac found a little hiding spot and was able to overhear a conversation between a demon named Aglath and one Morton Smiles Dwindell, finding out that several members of Smiles' crew now had special abilities that they did not possess before, or enhanced ones compared to what they had previously. Upon returning to the party, everyone decided to sort of figure out a plan here and figure out what they were going to do with the rest of their day. All right. What would y'all like to do? Isaac, you do have one usage of Kinless Summer marked off. You have I believe, is it the first or second variety there? Pixies are pretty low challenge rating, so I believe it's the first one, correct?
It was the first one.
Okay, cool. And by the way, just a clarification on how Kinless Summer works. I know we had some questions about that. With Rizzy as opposed to Exposy, Rizzy can encompass every single creature that is in Exposy. It doesn't need to be like 6 or higher. So you could theoretically do 2 pixies if you would like. I love how this is one of the first days I've actually done it since I reversed my camera. That way I can look over, if I'm looking at this screen here, that way I'm pointing in the direction that I'm looking. I reversed it, but now with the words on my shirt, they're backwards. So, what would y'all like to do? I believe last week y'all mentioned either doing more roaming the streets or seeing if you can find some potential allies in the city or scouting at the bank. There were several options y'all mentioned last time.
I think trying to find some friendly people would be a good idea.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't be against it.
I have an idea for where we might want to go. Somebody who might be able to get us in contact with like other people, or at least an idea of what it's like, what things to look out for.
And who is this that you have in mind?
Um, so there's a priest who, as far as I'm aware, is still here by the name of Brother David. And I know in tough times people often turn to religion and things like that. So maybe he might know. He's a priest of Ilmater.
Hmm. Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right. And would you like to roam the streets going for this, or what would you like to do? This is a much larger city, so I will say like you would know that other than yours and Josaku's faces, you won't have to be nearly as secretive as you were in Shill, because again, the town of Shill has like it has like a couple hundred people at most, whereas like this is a city of like 60,000 people. Or I'm sorry, why did I say 60? It's like it's one of the largest cities in the country. So there's like a lot of people in this city, so it's much harder.
Yosako, do you have a way to disguise yourself?
The mask of disguise.
Okay.
How long will that work? Will that last for?
It's as long as I'm wearing it, right?
Okay.
Right? Or
I'm just double checking.
It just ends if the hat's removed.
Okay.
You're talking about the hat of disguise, right?
yeah.
Okay.
True.
I can also disguise myself for an hour.
Awesome. I believe I have something. Yep. All right. Is that what y'all are wanting to do?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Disguise self on Isaac. Josaku wearing the hat of disguise. What would you like to? How would you like to disguise yourself?
Nyrian citizen.
Nyrian citizen. All right. Uh, uh,
Oh
Silver.
shit,
What makes
should
you think that most people haven't already had that happen to them?
Fuck. Yeah, I'll figure it a way. I'll figure
Remember, a
something to
band
do.
of thieves are in charge of this country.
I'll find out something this deal.
Oh, sure. All right. Well, allow me then, as everyone steps out of the hideout, I will need stealth checks to get back to the surface. Okay.
Okay.
I can hear Phil.
I was waiting for him to roll because I was so nervous.
I knew it. I knew that was the case.
Let's go.
Fuck!
This is the most stressful time every time I have to roll stealth now.
Oh,
Did you roll a 1?
no, not that bad. I got an 11.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Your party member's doing a lot of heavy lifting for you at this moment.
Yeah.
Jose, what'd you get?
Gonna be a. Oh.
Natural 1?
Ooh.
Am I gonna have to pass without
Close.
choice?
No, 14. What is his modifier?
Well,
Is it a 10? It's a 10. Okay, so no natural ones, but the 30s are carrying it. So as a group, you pass. As y'all sneak through, with some prestidigitation spells to keep the smell off of y'all, y'all are now onto the streets of Girdashell.
Reminds me of some Skyrim type shit.
Oh, Skyrim does not have cities this big. Actually, wait, y'all, yeah, no way, yeah, y'all aren't in the mid streets, y'all aren't under the slums, and you're not at the way. So, yeah. So, Isaac. Yeah, very Riften. That's how I wanted the city to be. It was like very Riften vibes. But like much bigger. So with that, I would say y'all are walking along the streets. Is there anything y'all are looking to do while y'all are walking?
Any stores?
I mean, there's plenty of stores, but most of them are like just like street stands of people trying to sell like vegetables or small wares. You don't see any, so you don't see that many like storefronts in this part of the city. You're not in the main market where there would be actual stores.
Dang it.
I do have a separate thing for the market. But yeah, are y'all just gonna just doing, or are y'all like looking around to like see what's going on in the city?
I'll look around as we go.
All right, roll me a perception check.
I will also.
Hey, big 4. Oh, wait.
5.
When did I get so much? Oh, yeah, I got proficiency.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
my rolls.
What'd you get? Would you like to lucky that?
I will also look around.
How many do I have? Yeah, sure, I'll lucky.
Yes. Burn all your resources.
What if I don't? I haven't rolled the dice yet.
It's a joke.
Okay. That's better. You know, I'll take a.
18, yeah, okay. So, anybody who rolled a 14 or higher, funny enough,
For sure.
y'all would say, so y'all would see, sort of, this city is very much what you've heard about Girdashell. It's very downtrodden. You do see that, like, there doesn't seem to be any pomp, any circumstance. There doesn't seem to be any sort of extravagance. This is a very low-key city. Everyone here seems to be wearing very simple clothes or tattered ones. You see the occasional homeless person or the occasional person, you know, in like ragged clothing off to the side. Uh, 1 second, sorry.
I have a plan.
Yep. Say, yeah, you'll see kind of that. You do see occasionally these otherworldly figures sort of walking by, sort of, which y'all can assume to be sort of like low-level demons, always accompanied by someone who appears to be appears to be an elationist. I would say, or a guard, or something of that effect. You do see occasionally there is a demon standing behind someone. I would say with the 14, y'all are able to walk by. You do see someone with a stand. You see an elationist like, come on, hand it over. You know what time? You know what time of the week it is. Like, can you not cut me any slack this week? Business hasn't exactly been great. Look, I don't make the rules. All I do is collect. So you can either hand it over, or my friend here makes you. As they look up and just at the imposing form of the demon next to them. I had it written down what kind of demons they would have roaming the street. They would be like infrequent, but like enough where like you would see one down like every like third or fourth street, kind of like the same way like the frequency of cops in a major city like Detroit or Chicago. Oh yeah, you would see the bird-like demons that you saw the other day. The ones that look like large black owls. He's like, here. And yeah, you see silvers and coppers change hands. You see him move on to the next stall, and everybody kind of looking begrudgingly at the elationist and the imposing form of the demon. So, as y'all walk over to that district, I would say Silver just trying to steal somebody's dog? I might have to change your alignment to evil. Scratch is a good boy. Scratch is a great boy.
I don't know what Scratch is.
Baldur's Gate.
BG3.
Oh.
Yep. So as you'll progress into it, you'll enter a part of the city which Isaac, you would know of this as sort of like as a area called the Way. Basically because this long street stretches the entirety of the city. It's this wide street that, like, for reference, for modern day thing, it would be, even in this sort of city, would be about the width of like a 6-car road, like 3 lanes on either side, and spot for parking. So there's like people in the middle of the street going through. In this massive city, you notice that like this is the only part that seems to stay normal. But as you walk through, you'll see that there are windows boarded up. You see that there are people on the side of the roads panhandling and doing everything like that. You see, I would say with the I'm trying to think who has the highest passive perception. 17, 19. Device and Pensy, what are your passive perceptions?
17.
Also 17.
I said the width
What?
of it. I was trying to give perspective. There's no such thing as cars in this world.
How do they have the same as me? I thought it was
Damn it.
perceptive.
Wait, you have 17? I have the highest passive perception?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
My passive insight is pretty high.
Yeah, no. Josaku absolutely has the highest passive insight, and it's not even close. I don't think.
Wait, what is it?
Shit.
22.
My
Mine's also
wisdom is -1.
Wait, how do you have a plus 12 to insight too? Oh, yeah,
I'm
you have
a
expertise as well.
bard.
Yep.
You're a bard.
He's like passive or
Specifically a
normal?
lore bard. They're the only ones that get all this extra bullshit.
Yeah, I forgot. It's what if your bard had more bard?
Yeah.
Bards are so cool.
Holy
dude.
shit.
Bards are fun. So yeah, as y'all progress through, again, there's no cars. It's just a reference.
Damn it.
It's just a reference for size. That way you can understand how big this road is that stretches the length of the city. Which
Damn
you
it, I
can
wanted
see
my
also
Ford
down
Raptor
the
to run up
very
one
end of it. You can see over the top, there's sort of like the... Calling it a castle would be incorrect, but it's more so the citadel, the main place of government for the city of Girdishell. You would almost call it a castle, but it's not. There's not sort of a lord or a governor anymore that would call this that. At this point, it's more of the fortress. Which, oh yeah, and Isaac, you would know of that as Fort Miranda. You can see that there's even this gap underneath Fort Miranda where it's like the way passes completely straight through it. So you'll proceed to take the way all the way, pun intended, to the religious district, which you notice looks a good bit rougher than you remember. The temples are all still there. There's not much of anything that's been burned down, except for, I would say, anyone with an 18 or higher in passive perception. I would say that anybody with that would notice that there is one temple burned down. It is the Temple of Kelemvor.
What the heck?
Which you would know of because, again, those were some of the funeral keepers. And you do see that they're sort of sitting outside of the burn, or say the burn thing. You do see that one of them has his arm in a sling, another one has a pair of crutches next to him. And as you make your way over to the Temple of Ilmater, you do see, again, there's no door to this building. You see the windows are busted, as they are with all of these things in the religious district. You see I'll say just from the window, it looks like most of the valuables that would be kept in religious places like this, which for the most part were considered more or less off limits, more times than not, by the Solitudes. Free right now. Do you walk in? Does everybody walk inside, or just you, Isaac?
I gesture for everybody to follow if they want.
All right.
I'd
I
follow.
will follow inside, but I'm going to keep a rat outside.
All right. A rat outside. I got it, boss. You just bib. You just bib. Leave it to the big RAT Daniel.
Robert Daniel so much.
But also I can see that somebody hasn't kept up on their old D&D lore with understanding the Kellamore thing. So as you walk in, you do see that there are a couple attendants, but the main one that there is a priest sitting up there, middle-aged. Looks like he's seen better days in terms of like he's just roughed up a little bit here and there. His clothes aren't exactly the cleanest. You can tell that like he hasn't gotten as much sleep, say in the past little bit. But again, I would say there's something there where he looks like he's got kind eyes and a kind smile. Isaac, you would recognize this person as Brother David. Hello. How can I help all of you?
Once I'm inside, I drop the spell and I take off my hood and everything. Long time no see.
Isaac?
In the flesh.
No. Let us continue this conversation in the lower. I'm sorry, my boy. My boy, it has been a long time. I confused you for someone else. As he leads you sort of into the basement, and he rushes everyone in as the two attendants do kind of like look over at the hearing of your name. But he's like, sorry. You look like someone I used to know. As they lock the door. Isaac, what are you doing here?
I was sent here to help.
Did you not walk by all the wanted posters with your face on it? Which, by the way, there were several with your face, Josaku's face. I'm trying to think who else. Amelie and Varys.
I saw them, yeah. I don't think they really did me
No
justice.
problem.
No Kappa, no Yagu. No, they didn't, but they tried. As you know, the limbs weren't exactly known for their artistry. I see you have been through a lot, by the looks of it. You seem to be doing moderately well for yourself.
I have a lot of people to thank for that.
Well,
These are my friends, Pensy,
Hello.
Josaku, and Device.
Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Any friends of Isaac's are friends of mine. May the Lord on the rack who got say hopefully he's guided all of you through your journeys. So, why did you come to me, Isaac?
I was just wondering if you could tell us anything about the state of the city.
It's not great. The other night, I would say about 3 weeks ago, people are starting to call it the Night of Bells. All the church bells were ringing as people tried to steal them. And steal pretty much anything else of value from the religious district. They burned down the temple of Kelemvor, left the rest sort of alone.
Why'd they burn the Temple of Kelemvor down?
Not sure, but your old boss, our glorious leader, seemed very intent on it. Something about anything, I say anything to get one over on that. On that stick up the ass. Now, why? I don't know. But that was just what he said.
That's strange. How's the rest of the priesthood?
Well, most of them have left. I'm all that remains of the primary thing. No, you would absolutely know why.
Oh, then yeah, I know why.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the reason you're thinking of. I would say it, and that's why I made a joke about somebody not keeping up with their D&D lore. But yep, okay. Yep, but as you would see, as I see that, you see he's sort of like, he seems exasperated. He seems tired. Every other night, it seems like we have someone trying to come in and see if there's anything remaining of value left. We tend to not keep anything up there and sort of lock ourselves in the bottom. We allow any of the homeless on the streets to sleep in here at night, but there's no telling what happens. After that, it seems like people's homes are being ransacked. Demons, say at least they were at first. Now, there are members of the Limbs and other low-level street thugs roaming around with demons. At least what I assume to be demons. Never seen one in the flesh, but if I had to describe what I'm seeing, demons would be it.
How would we be rid of them?
I have no
Demons
idea.
specifically.
I
Do you know
assume
anything?
I would say they have to be summoned from some sort of portal based on based on the old texts. I would show them to you, but they were stolen.
Is it a kind of situation where if we kill the summoner, they go away, or they're just gonna stay here?
I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
I would assume that once most of them are here, they would have to more or less be cleared out. However, I believe if you can take out whatever it is that is keeping the portal open or opening a portal consistently, I don't imagine they would have anything else to be able to get them through. I have seen this large figure before. He was walking with smiles. Massive figure, taller than a house. He was wearing a cloak big enough to be a blanket. Sorry, big enough to be a tarp. I'm not sure I'll say what or who that was, but they might know. Smiles might know. Not sure.
Um, we're trying to get rid of the problem in the city. Do you have any idea where we would start?
The factory seems to be their main source of income. It produces both weapons, as I produces weapons, armor, any sort of metallurgy shipments that come in from the surrounding mines, as well as the mine that's outside of the city. Also, I believe something else is being made there.
They're
But
fruits.
I don't know about fruits, but I know that people have been taken there. As opposed to just going to work, when you're taken there, you don't come back without a smile on your face. In addition, I talked to some of the people, I'll say some of the people that live around, I'll say that spend their nights here, and they said that once they came out, they remember seeing something different with two members of Smiles' inner circle. Tara and Jericho. As you know, for those two are thick as thieves. Oh. Then again, I guess you would prefer the pun be intended there, even if it wasn't. I remember you being fairly partial to puns.
They are, in fact, the highest form of comedy.
But yes, as you know, those two aren't seen much one without the other. But Tara looked much different. But everyone could still tell it was Tara because no one else would wear that. I would say would wear that. I would say would have that bracelet Jericho gave her, as well as everyone knows he's one slimy son of a bitch. Pardon my language. But for some reason, he's loyal to her. In addition to that, he told everyone to make way. People heard it from hundreds of feet away. But it wasn't loud. It was almost as if his voice was everywhere. Heck, the only member of the former Lins that I haven't heard anything unusual about thus far has been Drozen. He seems to not revel in the chaos that his compatriots do.
He's got a good heart.
Well, if only Urizen was the same. Fortunately, when we went to go protest about the ransacking of the temples, it was Urizen that we ran into. He had half the priests, I'll say half of them around, so that the chaos would be settled within a few, say within a matter of days by the new elation, say by the new nation of elation. And yet we're still here. You know how he is. All talk. Drozen, on the other hand, has been making sure none of the not as I supposedly has been making sure none of the nightly patrols target any of the citizens who happen to be sleeping on the streets. Even if he's somewhat complicit, he seems to not want any excess bloodshed. I'll be right back. We could keep talking though. Oh, and I almost forgot. It seems the orphanage was spared from any sort of damage. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yes. Supposedly, Sir Reza stood outside of it during the night that everyone took over. I'll say that the Elationists took over. Almost as if daring anyone to try and get through her.
Theresa did?
Supposedly.
Looks like she has a heart after all.
Well, you'd be hard-pressed to hear it from her. As you know, she doesn't talk.
I owe someone 20 gold.
Who?
Some guy. We made a bet on whether or not she had a heart in there, and I guess I was wrong.
Well, you wouldn't be the only one who'd be wrong in that regard. Oh. I didn't bring it up because of the fact I know your history with Smiles is very iffy. But if he happens to see you, hide. Don't run. The other day, when they were moving, they moved most apparently of the loot of the former limbs from, from wherever their hideout is to the vault in the main, in the city bank. Given the fact they are the government now, it seemed that they're keen on stopping robbing it. During the transfer, somebody tried to make off with some of the loot. They say that Smiles chased him halfway up the way, but not on foot. Supposedly he let them run, while he has this gauntlet. These gauntlets. Gauntlet is the wrong word there. More of shackles. There's chains coming out of them. He swung from building to building, like a monkey swinging from a branch. Swinging from branches. Laughing the whole time. Before casting the chains towards the poor individual and making sure to use them to drag them back through the dirt and the mud, begging the entire way. Apparently the man tried to strike at him, but he turned his skin into stone. No one ever
He
saw
turned the man's skin to stone?
No, his own. Supposedly after he wrapped the man up in chains it went away, but I thought, from what I've heard, Lycus can do that. Maybe Smiles gave himself that as well. I'm disappointed in Jose right now, by the way. That's just beside the point.
What did Jose do?
He's not picking up on something.
What?
But yes,
And Jose keeps catching strays.
deservedly so, because he's late every time.
Jose, I love you, buddy.
Thank you. You're a real one.
Alright, Good luck. Oh man. No, Jose will figure it out later, and then he'll realize why I'm saying it. No, but yeah, that's really all I know about what's going on here. Oh, I remember you mentioned someone from your hometown. I believe I met her. Her name was Sarah, correct?
Yeah, that's right. When did you see her?
We first met shortly before all of this went down. Supposedly she's moved here with her family. However, I have heard rumors of someone standing up to the elationists, but sort of getting a slot, say a pass, because she's not doing anything to stir the pot too much. And the description of whoever that is matches your friend to a T. Brown-haired school teacher. No, unfortunately, apparently one time she mouthed off to Smiles directly, and say the next morning the schoolhouse was found burned down. Thankfully, no one was inside, but still.
Is she all right?
Oh, she's fine. Supposedly they haven't done anything there, but also she hasn't been. She's more been critical than argumentative, if that makes sense. Nothing too seditious or rebellious, but just enough to annoy the elationists. And given the fact that she's, say, been arguing for the rights of the citizens, it's created her to be a little bit of a thorn in her, say, in Smiles' side. However, given the fact that she's not part of any sort of open rebellion, he can't exactly do anything. Or at least he makes it seems as if he's doing anything. Either that, or my guess is that he would rather the voice against him be some sort of voice of passive aggression than voice of active defiance.
Yeah, she's a controlled opposition.
Mm-hmm. That's what I believe. But I also believe, but I also think I know why she's a controlled opposition. As I said, her family is supposedly here. If they were all to all disappear one night, one would think that she would blame herself for that.
Have they disappeared?
Oh no, there have been people occasionally disappearing. Say if they don't come back with a permanent smile, a couple people have just outright disappeared. But that's only if they commit something that is directly against, say directly against the elationists. Like at one point, someone tried to kill one of the tax collectors. I'm sorry, tax collectors. Our glorious leader says that taxes need to be collected to run the burgeoning nation. Unfortunately, given the fact that Gerdishel is the center of the nation, it is easiest to collect taxes from here. The business owners in particular are being charged. It's not exactly cheap. Someone decided that it was a good idea to fight back against the tax collector. No one ever saw him after that. Supposedly, his wife and parents left town left town after that. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. I believe.
Well, That's a lot of good information. Thanks, Brother David.
Absolutely. And if
I know
anyone
it might
asks, you were never here.
I know it might be hard to believe, but we're here to help.
Just remember in anything you do. Remember to not get the people involved. Some people are here not by choice, but just by fate. This is their home. Remember, he might bring back any blows against you onto them, because he knows that unlike him, you have a heart.
Before we go, is there anybody who's particularly injured around here?
Well, out of us, they mostly left us alone because they see us as the pacifists, so they know that we're not going to be particularly seditious or particularly rebellious. If you have any sort of, magical, things, I could pass it on to the priesthood of Kellenvor. Seems that all of their tithes get taken in taxation. So right now, with only one low-level cleric there of Kellenvor, they don't exactly have a way to particularly do much healing of their injuries. Also doesn't help that his holy symbol was taken, so he can't really cast magic at the moment.
Bring me the most injured.
I can send one of them out. Are you going to put the mask on?
Yep, I put the mask on.
All right. You see Brother David go up, and I would say about 10, 15 minutes later, you do see one of one of the priests of Kalemvor you saw earlier go up. The one with in the crutches. You notice that his leg is badly injured. Like it looks like it's been like hit with like a club until it like bent in the complete wrong way, and it's not healing correctly either. My friend, this is this is Priest Michael. Michael, this is my friend I told you about. He says he might have a way to fix your leg. You won't be able to show it healed out in public at least, but he might be able to make the pain go away at least. What would you like to do?
I beckon him closer.
As he like hops on his crutches over, and again you can see like the leg is kind of bent the wrong way. It looks like even in like the cast, like it's bent the wrong way.
I place my hand on his forehead, and then I say, "Let me carry your burdens," and I cast Regenerate through the mask.
All right, I need you to roll a healing for regenerate.
Okay, let me find this spell.
I love this spell. 30. Okay, I would like you to detract 30 points from your HP. As you see his knee sort of like, even within the cast, you see it like, sort of like, you see it sort of snap back into place. You see this greenish glow appear right around the limb. It starts to snap, go, and adjust itself. It's still in the cast, but he's like, I don't feel the pain anymore. Thank you. That is your use of regenerate. Gosh, I just saw the material components for regenerate, and that's pretty fucking funny. It's a prayer wheel.
What's a prayer wheel?
So remember how the running joke is that every single material component in in D&D is a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So prayer wheels are like those things where you see they're almost like a club and they have the like the thing on the chain hanging from it. Basically, like you'll see somebody like spin it around. It's a Buddhist thing.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
Dude, Greater Restoration costs 100 gold every time you cast it. That's crazy.
That's why I thought you'd be happy that you don't have to spend that.
The Crying God provides.
And you can feel almost the essence come from you and flow into him. You can feel your vitality almost be sapped for it. But he appears to be healed. Thank you. I know you by your mask. I assume you have to keep your face concealed, but I thank you for this, and I promise no one will hear of this, and I will pretend as if I am still injured.
Go in peace.
And may the great guide watch you on your way. As the two assistants uh, walk out with Brother Michael, or sorry, with with Priest Michael, you hear Brother David say, "Thank you for that. They have it the roughest out of us. Again, their entire tithe is taken, so they're only getting by on the generosity of others giving them food and what little shelter they can. Not that they'll take it, that last part, simply because of the fact that they want to stay by by the ruins of their church." And for the class, Phil, why did they burn down Kellenbor's church?
Because he helped kill Cyric.
Well, that and Cyric's a salty little bitch. Oh, give me
I'm
one
pretty
second.
sure he helped kill Cyric.
I
I'm
gotta
like
swap the thing
90%.
on my headset. So, for those of you that don't know D&D lore, Cyric is like the D&D incel. Back when they were human, he had a massive thing for Mistra, back when she was Midnight. Except for Mistra was in a relationship with Kilembor.
I see.
Yeah, it yeah. Let's just say Cyric knows how to hold a grudge. If there's one person in the universe that he hates more than anybody else, it's either Mistra or it is Kellenbor.
I didn't even know that bit.
Oh yeah, no, like Cyric is a salty, salty bitch because he was like full on like head over heels for her. But again, she was in a relationship with Kellenbor back when they were humans, so he killed them both. Yep.
Things will get better here. I'll make sure of it.
I hope so, my boy. I don't know of any who you could consider allies among the guards or anybody in power. I don't know how reliable Drozen would be, but if there was anybody, it would be him, but it would be a risk. Is there anything else you would like to know about the goings on of Gerdishel, my boy?
No, I think we have some things to get to accomplish.
Good. Oh, before I forget, 1 hour after sunset. That's the curfew. You either have to be home or shortly on your way home.
I assume the foundry is always running, correct?
Well, yes, the factory is always running. That's why I say that's the one thing is they opened up. They opened up some of the old warehouses, converted them into temporary housing. Some people haven't left that area in weeks. Sorry, I've got pepperoni slices.
You're good.
Also, I decided to treat my inner 6-year-old today. Got a Capri Sun.
Ayo, me too.
It was still kind of hit though.
Yeah, no, they do. I got the berry one, which is really good, and they were buy one get one at the grocery store I go to, which basically amounts to half off at that store. Because I don't know if any of y'all know what Publix is. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that place is sick, dude. I don't have any near me, but I know they have good
it's
prices.
expensive until
It
you get to the
is?
BOGO. Oh yeah, no, Publix is as expensive as I'll get out, except for when it's BOGO.
I thought that place was cheap.
Oh God, no.
Wait, show me the flavor.
Berry.
Oh, dude, I used to fuck with that one heavy when I was a kid.
It was I was thinking either this or tropical cooler, and I was like, the berry would probably be more my speed. Even if it's got a picture of grapes, apples, and I was like grapes, apples, and strawberries on it. Only one of which is a berry. Wait, no, strawberries aren't even berries.
They're not? What?
No, I think a grape is actually a berry.
I think Mountain Cooler and Strawberry are my favorite.
Grapes are a berry. A strawberry is not a berry. Bananas are berries.
I know that one, but what?
Yep. It's because the seeds on a strawberry are on the outside.
That's fake news.
No, berries only have their seeds on the inside.
No, this is the woke mind virus redefining everything all over
No,
again.
no, 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 no. This is a thing from a botany standpoint. It's a true thing. Now, if you want the woke mind to think, it's that vegetables don't exist. Because technically they don't. Alright. Once y'all leave the Temple of Ilmater, what would y'all like to do?
Feel like all roads lead to the factory, right, guys?
It does seem that way.
Don't several
What
of
road
your
leads
patrons?
to the market?
What?
What road leads to the market and to the factory?
I think we might have to pass the market to get there.
You would from here.
you want to buy something or swipe something?
I think we know the
Yes.
answer.
Oh, I realized something that Actually, no, never mind. He wouldn't have said that.
Either or.
I mean, if you can swipe something from an elationist and not get caught, more power to you. I support you 100%.
type shit.
Would you like to
Shit,
try
I
and
might even
slide something
swipe
from
myself.
All right. How much I would like to do?
Are there any? No, we're in the. No, never mind. It wouldn't be here.
Yeah, they're on the way. It's a massive street, so theoretically you could get away with something.
So, are there any tax collectors on the way?
Roll me a perception check.
Well, so do we want to go straight to the factory or do we want to wait a bit?
Eesh.
I mean, 60's not bad, my guy.
True.
I'm pretty ready to go.
I'm down to clown if you guys are.
Set fire to the bitch. Let's go.
All right. Not where I thought y'all would go first, but all right. Fuck it. We ball.
So, would there have to be any tax collectors on the way?
Yes. I would say you see two individuals that catch your eye.
When he says stuff like that, it makes me think we made a bad decision.
Oh no, it's not a bad decision. It's just there are decisions. All right.
What kind of guards would be near the tax collectors?
Right now you see that this one is not. You see only a pair of human guards, and then you see one guy in a little bit nicer clothing. Purple tiefling, white hair. He looks like he probably has some money on him.
Oh, but the tax collector is gonna have more. Well, I could just do both. I'm gonna try to slink off into an alley and use Nature's Veil.
Nature's Veil only lasts like 6 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yes, we've established this.
Okay. Yes, I know. I'm just slow. Okay.
Did you say purple tiefling with like fancy clothing?
With a little bit fancier clothing than a couple other people around.
Do I recognize him?
Oh, it's like you didn't make the perception check.
Fuck. We're about to get fucked.
Let's see.
You notice in one hand, I would say another thing you would notice, device about the tiefling, is that he's playing with a card in one hand, a playing card.
Don't fuck up, bro. Don't fuck up, bro.
I'm gonna run past the tiefling and try to just swipe something.
The tiefling or the tax collector?
The tiefling. Fuck it.
All right. I would like you to make a sleight of hand check. 21.
Damn, that was low. That was low for me.
That was not low.
For me, it is. I have a plus 15.
All right. All right. As you, how do you go about this?
Just straight dash past him and just try to stick my hand in. Does he have a coat with pockets?
He does have a coat, but it's more so like kept close to him.
Okay. Let's see.
He has a couple
Are
things
his
hanging off his.
pockets-
He has a couple things
Ooh.
hanging off his belt. Would you like to try and grab one of those? Like, see if you can like pilfer it while invisible or something like that.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay,
steal
make me a
all
stealth
this
check to here too. Okay,
Ain't bad.
27. Yeah. As you feel it, you grab this tiny box. I say one of several around around his belt. As you see the other tax collector start to walk away, you dart as you dart back in the alley. You sort of like open up the box. You're like, it's a deck of playing cards. What? What the fuck? Oh, son of a bitch! Isaac. That sounds like a familiar voice to you.
I'm going to try to sneakily look in that direction.
Well, you don't have to try and sneakily do it. You could just do it. As people are looking at him right now. You see. Someone you haven't seen in a long time. You see Drozen there. In his, say, with his cloak, palming at his waist, looking around. Damn it, I dropped one of my decks somewhere. Shit. Can't get any good goddamn paper around here, so I gotta do it. Alright. This is what I get for going through the slums to get onto the way. Fuck it, time for blackjack. Yeah, they probably need it more than I do. I would say you're the only one that hears that, Isaac.
What brings you to this part of town?
Nope, I would say he's walking away at this part. Are you gonna go up and talk to him?
Oh, if he's walking away, fuck, do I do anything stupid?
Did you ever disguise self again?
Yeah, I probably would have. Let me cast it again.
Okay.
Because, yeah, there's hella pictures. I'm gonna, like, quote unquote, accidentally bump into him.
Whoop. Watch where you're going there, partner. Say stranger.
Apologies. What brings you to this part of town?
Do you not know who I am?
I do know who you are. That's what I was just wondering.
Oh,
You're one of the big wigs, right? Are we in trouble?
you could say that. No. Are you the one? Say, do you have my cards?
I mean, even if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you, right?
Good answer, but I'll take that as a no. Then no, there's nothing for you to be in trouble with. You accidentally bumped into me. Just try to watch where you're going, sir. That is, unless you want to play a game of poker or blackjack. In which case, I'll happily take your money.
I'm afraid I don't have much of that. Not a lot to go around at these times.
Sometimes it's just for the thrill of the game. You never know what's in the. There's not much to go around, but hopefully it'll get better sooner rather than later.
I'm sure our glorious leader has our best interests in heart.
You know he doesn't exactly like being called that, right?
What does he like being called?
Prime Minister, I believe, but I won't tell.
Well, long may he reign.
I'll make him sound like a king. Yeah. Sorry. Ugh. Well, hey there. I say, well, hey there, stranger. What are you doing over here? As you hear another familiar voice from behind you.
Ah, shit.
What's up, Yuri? This guy giving you any trouble, Troas? No. He I say you kind of spaced out and accidentally bumped into me. Oh. Well, you better watch where you're going, mister. You know this.
My apologies.
I said this here This is the Minister of Foreign Affairs for our great nation.
Sounds very fancy.
Oh, not as fancy as me. I'm the Minister of Domestic Public Relations. So it's my job to make sure everybody's happy. And I'm noticing. I say, your smile's not quite big enough, my friend. Ah, I'm just kidding with you. But nah, with that, you better just be careful now. Sir, you never know who you're gonna run into. Hey, you sound familiar. Have we met before?
Hyper, what's the name of a tavern I would know of?
Ooh.
Alright, I'm just gonna make one on the spot. I frequent the Lusty Maiden most nights and drink my troubles away. You might have heard me.
It wouldn't be that on the nose. It's like, ooh. You're into some of the finer things I can see. I've only ever been there once or twice. Nah, I'm probably just mistaking you for somebody else. Come on, Yuri.
I get that a lot.
I say, come on, Yuri. Let's leave the man to his day. Well. Yeah, we gotta go, put on a little I gotta put on a little bit of public relations now. I say here in a bit, Draws. And really? As I start to walk away.
I wish I could send mental spells.
I will say,
True message.
you do hear one thing. You hear, well, no boss wants us to make sure nothing else happens at the bank.
So I assume we'd see this conversation happen.
I would say yeah.
I would ask Isaac through the telepathy, like, who are those guys?
Can I respond to him?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are some old compatriots of mine. I told you about them, Urizen and Drozen. Can you ask Device to have a rat follow them?
A device.
Device is gonna look around all confused where the voice is coming from.
Yeah, because
Isaac,
Device is
what's
in an alley right now.
Can I still see him?
Yes, but you seem confused holding a deck of cards.
Isaac wants you to have a rat follow those guys you just stole from.
All right, I'm gonna fuck it. Nathaniel's gonna follow him.
Nathaniel, I got it, boss. It's
Wait,
not
don't
like
listen to Nathaniel.
it's not like they ain't easy to pick out of a crowd. There's only tieflings around. As eventually, I would say, or what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing at this point? While the things, no, Nathaniel cannot. He is a manifestation
Thank God, thank
of
God.
the swarm. He is not actually like a. He's not like a ranger's companion.
Okay.
Nah, he's the head honcho of the swarm, bro.
Yeah, no, he's more of like the swarm's power given like form.
Do we want to check out the bank? Or do we want to just go to the factory?
I'm gonna head on over to the guys while playing with the cards.
Well, how comfortable would you be fighting them? Because they said they were gonna have to go to the bank.
That is true.
I heard.
I mean,
Bang?
scouting can be done. Y'all don't have to fight right now.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be weird if someone that you just ran into showed up at the bank?
Not exactly. I'd say you don't have to walk in the bank. You can get up from the outside. You know.
True.
Guys,
just-
I'm bad.
Hmm?
I was gonna say I'm bad at making decisions.
Fuck it. Bang?
Yeah, we could check out the bank, as long as Device doesn't try to steal anything.
That doesn't fill me with confidence.
All right. So you'll get.
I-
So you'll get to the mid streets, going over to the bank. As you'll start to
Okay.
head that way, Isaac, you notice. Say again, you walk through. You're like just kind of looking around. You see, rarely, but you notice it when you see it. Someone with an ear to ear smile, and their eyes just kind of almost like almost in defiance of whatever it is.
Oh my god. This
Yeah.
is
Occasionally, do you see that as y'all are walking along on your way, Isaac? You would notice that you're passing through an area where the orphanage is and where the schoolhouse used to be. Hey, Silver. So, just a heads up, that's a bad idea. Just giving you straight up, bad idea.
true. Probably a bad idea.
Because I'll roll on a D10,000 table to see what your power is.
Yeah, but I could get the power of rats.
You already have the power of rats.
Dude,
But
you could get
more
such a
rats.
sick power though, dude. You could get like the sickest power.
Exactly.
You could also get the jacket fruit.
What does that do? You just jerk it?
The jacket fruit lets someone wear you as human skin.
Actually, you're
What
right.
the fuck?
It's a real fruit from One Piece. It's called the jacket fruit. It's widely considered the worst devil fruit.
It's the funniest one though.
That's creepy. Oh, it's canon too. It's not even like a side thing.
No, it's completely canon.
What the hell?
It's Oh, I'm trying to remember what fucking arc it was.
It's fucking the shitty Dressrosa.
Dressrosa, yes.
Yep. It was the two boxer brothers.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oda, you cook too hard sometimes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, be careful. You could get the jacket ability, which is
Well,
completely
yeah.
useless.
But I
you
could get something else.
You
You
could
could.
get the Mara no Mi, dude.
Which one is that?
The flame
Ace.
fruit.
Oh, yeah, no.
You could
Heads
get the
up,
gum fruit.
No. Also, your goddesses would be really pissed off if you ate one of those.
Real fuck.
Wait, why?
And I have no chance.
Because
of
they're saying that
transferring them.
both of them are saying that the fruits are an abomination and an affront to nature.
Dude, they just don't want you to win.
For real. They're just
Whatever you
playing with my
say.
downfall.
All right, as you'll walk over towards again, Isaac, along your way, you do notice the area where I'll say the general like district. Which in it you notice that I'll say this is where the orphanage and the schoolhouse would be. You notice the place where the schoolhouse is, and given the time of day, you notice that there are no kids around. So that you see what used to be it, and there's a small building that appears to be constructed off on the side, like a small hut. It doesn't appear to be a full schoolhouse, but it appears to be, functioning as it. Almost, say it's little more than like somebody set up a bunch of plywood as walls and like threw a tent on top of it. The orphanage seems to be doing well. It's actually got a couple of elationists posted up outside of it.
Burn it down.
Motherfucker, did you just say burn down the orphanage?
No, he meant to say burn down the elationists, right?
Totally.
Jose, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Okay, but as you'll keep walking, eventually you do see the bank off in the distance. Which, you also noticed, this place has a lot of guards. But it looks the exact same as you remember it, Isaac. You notice that there seems to be a lot of I'll say a lot of the same like little things. You look around to see if any of the old entrances that were used previously doing it. It looks like all of them are sort of either guarded or blocked off. Off in the
Would there
distance.
be
Say what?
would there be any open windows?
Um, I'd say there's a window open. Are you gonna send a rat through it?
Well, I was thinking more of sending myself through it.
In gaseous form?
Yup.
There's a guard right in front of the window who would absolutely see your gaseous form.
Fuck. Okay, that means the rat would also get spotted. Never mind then.
No, it's a rat. You'd be surprised how little people notice rats in this city.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's send a rat through it.
Okay, you see, so you send a rat through it. I'll say inside. I'll say once you're in, you have the rat sort of climb along the rafters of the building. You notice inside that you do. I said that you do pick out the same two guys from earlier, Drozen and Urizen talking. They're talking to seemingly another guard that's, I'll say another guy that's there. You don't know this other individual. Brown hair, wearing a single earring, wearing this like burgundy cloak, got some fur, or it's this burgundy outfit with like this gray cloak, fur around the edge. She's got sort of like this cocksure smile, handsome face, lean build. Here him saying, "Well, that you both are here, we can't let anything happen like that again, or else he'll have one of our asses." And you both know say the only person I would say I want breathing down my neck is Tara. Can you just like man down for a second, Jericho? No, absolutely not. You can deal with it, Drozen. You are ever ever predictable, aren't you are ever predictable, aren't you, old friend? Aw, old friend. Are you saying that you're warming up to me? I do not recall him saying that in the slightest. Aw. Well, we'll just have to keep it up like that. So, my little birds have told me that, it seems like at the moment nobody's trying to hit our bank again. Yeah. We have, limbs trying, after the limb thing last week, boss is up to security. Yes. And we don't want to divert any more, any more forces from the factory to go over here. It needs to be here, but if that shit happens again, he's gonna make me do that. So how about we don't let that happen? Am I understood? Why the hell are you talking to us about it? You're acting as if that's not Lacus's job. Speaking of which, when is he due back in town? It's either tomorrow or the day after. He, Cereza, and Tara are gone. Oh, so that's why Tara hasn't been around. Boss sent her off and didn't tell any of us? Oh, no. He told me. He just didn't tell you two. You don't have to rub it in our faces, Jericho. But then again, I mean, you would notice if the one pegging you isn't there every night. Drozen. I won't let that one slide. Oh, I know. But like I said, we can't afford any more any more things around the bank. Anyone suspicious goes in, you have everyone vet them. When Lycus gets back, he's gonna do a check on the security, make sure everything that y'all set up today is up to his qualifications. You're acting as if Lacus's qualifications aren't just, oh, can I smash it? Could I break in by busting heads and breaking bones? Yes, but that is remarkably effective when I would say when the boss man is better at sneaking than any of the rest of us. Now, this is a job he told me to pass along to you two. Why do I get the feeling that it was one he gave to you when you're passing the buck to us? Well, that feeling would be incorrect, wouldn't it? Based on what I just told you. Then again, you're welcome to go talk to him yourself. No thanks. His new friend, gives me the creeps. Oh, does he now? Oh, shut it, Jericho. Now, Jericho, what my brother meant to say is his new friend is a little bit visually unsettling. So it's something that I guess Drozen's still getting used to. I mean, let's be honest. When we first saw him, he's all thing. And this is also off in a side office. They're not having this conversation in the middle of the bank. It's more so like it's just the window that you were going in. It was next to this office, so you're able to like go through the rafters to get it over. Well, why don't you two go along with this? I've got to prep. I've got to prep things for the return of our dear Cereza, our dear Terra, and Lycus.
Wait, so just to make sure, I heard this conversation through my rat, right?
Yes, you would. You were the only one that heard this conversation through your rat.
I thought so.
And I would say you're probably well outside of the bank at this point. Y'all are like pretty far from the banks because y'all see like it's guarded, it's roamed around. Well, let's do that in Urizen. Yeah? How are you doing after your procedure? Eh, I don't know. Why don't you give me a gold piece and we'll see how I'm feeling then. Let me do these rolls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As you
Oh,
you
yeah?
see Jericho hand over a gold piece to yours, and he's like, "Wait, is that what happened?" Huh. Diplomacy was always my strong suit. Now, I just happen to be more convincing at it. Oh, so that's you is that you I'm smelling? Eh, little byproduct of it from what I can tell. But, haven't got the chance to fully test everything out yet. You use that on me, and you'll regret it. How's yours going? I was like, how is yours going, dear Drozen? Last I heard, you can move stuff. So you can move things. As you see him sort of like lift his hand up, and you see like all of the things that are on the desk sitting around are now spinning around in a circle. And like now playing cards are like pulling out of his pocket. Yeah. I can move stuff. Bye-bye. Oh. You don't have to be rude there, dear Drozen. But with that I will take my leave. I've got places I need to be. Oh yeah, Silver Nod. They got kicked out. All right. Oh wow, I just threw off two dice just like accidentally, and both of them were nat 20s. What the fuck? So, Device, do you relay all this to your party?
Oh, yes, of course. That shit needs to be said, for real, for real.
Oh, also I want to I tell you something funny. With the 16, by the way, if that was a 15 or lower, you would not have ran into Urizen. Or ran into Drozen.
Wow.
Yeah. You have really good rolls there. I was trying to see like if y'all had any like perception rolls like after. I wanted y'all to get to y'all's first place, but then if you wanted to do like any perception rolls on the way to factor or anything, it's like, okay, will they see any of like the three or the people that are in town? Will they see Smiles? Will they see Drozen? Will they see Urizen and whatnot? And depending on where y'all are, y'all can see one. I happen to be in the area that put Drozen.
Okay, guys. Do we fuck around here at the bank? Or do we just stay with our original plan and go to the factory?
What would we be looking for at the bank?
I'm not sure if we'd be looking for anything, but we could maybe cause a distraction to get people to come here from the factory. But maybe it's just better just go to the factory.
I'm gonna hold generation up and say, I can cause a distraction while you guys go to the factory.
You do know that Urizen and Drozen are still inside.
Okay, that's true.
And you know that at the moment Smiles and Aglath are at the factory, most likely, or in that direction.
Oh yeah, we definitely shouldn't go there right now then.
Let's rob a bank.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, if this is the safer of the options right now.
Right. So y'all are planning a heist now.
I guess.
I guess. So.
Yeah.
All right, distraction heist. I love it. I've always wanted to do a heist D&D thing. Good to be able to DM that. All right. So you're gonna play it here in the middle of the street, or back at the back at the hideout.
You leave? How far can your rats be from you, device?
His swarm can be, I would say, up to 2 miles. Say about a mile, 2 miles away.
Is that far enough for us to go back to the hideout?
For the bank, yes. For the factory, no.
What if you leave one of your rats here, just to monitor, see if the Trozen and Urizen leave, and we come back when they do?
By the way, I do have a map for the bank and the vault. This is more so just like to give you like a general idea.
Hey, Hyper, how big is a pterastodon?
A pterastodon, it is the size of a
Yeah,
triceratops.
Say compared to the bank.
I mean, I assume you wouldn't want to have the dinosaur crash into the bank.
No, well.
When you said distraction, I thought the idea was going to be to like send it off in one place to pull all the guards away.
Yeah, that would also work.
Gotcha. I mean, I misunderstood what you said, though. But I mean, like, it's up to you which way you choose. I wasn't considering that, but
You weren't considering my chaos, were you?
no, I was not considering you potentially sending what amounts to a woolly mammoth crashing through the front of the bank. I was assuming you were gonna like send it down a side street and have it and like just have generation be occupied while y'all are breaking in.
I mean, that could also work. I could just have a mammoth run down the street.
I mean, again, a Pterastodon would last longer.
True. No, they're the same.
Oh wait, no, you're right. But yeah, no, yeah, you could easily leave leave a rat here though, and have it like feed you information if you want about like. I'm assuming you want like guard rotations, shift change, things like that.
Yeah, that would work.
Oh yeah. Cause I would say it's like, I would say mid-late afternoon at this point. If y'all would like to go back to the thing, you can. If y'all would like to stick around and see if you can follow Jericho. Oh, see if you could, if you want to follow Jericho, if you want to follow yours in or Drozen. There's really all these options you got. If y'all want to head to the factory, take your pick.
What
So, like,
what if we go back to the hideout or find a new place for a hideout? A random ass busted down house. So we can have a rat at the factory and the bank.
I mean, yeah, we could try to find somewhere new to hide out. Do we have any information about somewhere there might be?
I
Private.
think you would know that there is sort of like like the industrial ghetto is in that direction. So there are like a couple buildings. Most of them are occupied, but there might be a condemned building. The last time you were here, there were a couple that were just like empty, but you don't know what's been used since then. And in your pixie form, you were able to sort of see, but not like get a very close look into it because you were kind of focusing on the factory.
I know some places we could take a look.
Yeah, may make may make our future jobs easier.
All right. As y'all walk over, leaving the thing, you'll do step into the industrial ghetto. The way back, just on the other side of the religious district, would be like the slums. The slums, which, by the way, just for visual, look like this, with like collapsed buildings, things falling apart, that kind of shit. Here there are a couple buildings around, and I'm assuming that you want to send one of the swarmer or something like that, or one of generations. One of the rats from generation to do that because you left Nathaniel back at the bank.
Oh fuck! I was gonna bring Nathaniel back with me. I forgot to say that.
Okay, then would you like Nathaniel to scout out in these buildings?
I think I'm gonna bring Nathaniel in and pull out the swarm so I can have multiple things scouting.
Okay. Are you just gonna have them like survey a bunch of the buildings?
Yup.
So you do notice that there are a couple like seemingly condemned warehouses. There are a couple seemingly condemned like old housing buildings in this area. And as you send them out, a couple of these warehouses are occupied. I would like you to make perception checks with it. I also want you to make stealth checks with the rats.
Well, that was bad.
Yes, it was.
How many stealth checks?
The one. I now have to figure out how to balance this because like okay, I know the way I'm gonna do it. As the rats start to sneak into these places, they manage to get in say relatively unseen. Everything is kind of looking around and doing that, but you notice that in some of these warehouses, you sit out about 8, half in warehouses, half in industrial buildings. You notice about half the buildings you send into, there's something living in there. With the perception check, you get these large multicolored forms, all shapes and sizes. But you can't really make out anything because it's dark. And I say based on where your rats are keeping to the rafters and sort of keeping into the air vents, you can't quite see it from where you are. You do see a couple that look like they're empty, or one or two that look like they're empty, but they're also right next to buildings that have these big things in them.
So warehouses are off limits.
More or less. You can't really figure out what's in there, but you know something's in there. And you have no idea. Like, your rats are barely able to see. Even in the daytime, because it looks like everything here is boarded up. Everything here is, like, closed off. It looks like...
I thought the rats had dark vision anyway.
They do. They're warehouses. It's more than 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, true. I think we should take over a house then, a housing building.
All right, you want to head into one of the two that you think is empty?
Yes.
All right, roll me a d20.
All right.
Okay.
Not the worst.
Why do you need rope trick, Isaac?
Oh, it's like super simple, super like effective, always ready. What's it called? Housing.
I thought one of you knew tiny hut.
It's not a high level spell.
No, tiny hut's like 3rd or 4th level. Let me double check. In the meantime, with a 13, I'll come up to this one like seemingly abandoned, like multi-tiered, almost apartment complex style building. Do y'all just bust the door down, or do you break in, or what do you do?
You want to pick the lock?
Yeah, I got this.
All right, roll me your thieves' tools check. 39. Yes, you're easily able to do that. You're easily able to get in, and you notice that there is nothing inside. Like all the furniture was cleaned out. It looks like nobody's been here in a while. It looks like the building is condemned. Close the door behind you, lock it back up. Yeah, here y'all are inside of this house. Would y'all like to just like stay through the night?
A long rest could be beneficial. But
I don't think I need one, but I am down to take one.
Also, by the way, Tiny Hut is 3rd level.
I don't really need a long rest either, but if you guys need to.
yeah, I'm down a few spell slots. It'd
And
be
get
nice.
my one lucky back.
Again, you didn't
Who
have to
knows
like
that
burn
lucky?
many resources today, but like again, scouting, did some interactions. I would say you fulfilled your 6 encounters for the day.
I feel like I guess I could use the health I'm missing.
Yeah, you're kind of down about 30 HP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Was worth it.
Also, I'm down one charge of Kinless Summer and regenerate.
Mhm.
But I'm
Yeah,
also
it'd be-
down to clown if we want to.
It
Well,
would be nice so I can change my spells up a bit.
Gotcha.
so device. You notice Nathaniel say it's like, "Hey, boss, I think one of the rats has something for you." Eventually, you say we all are sitting around, sort of like waiting. As it starts to get darker, you hear Nathaniel say, "Hey, boss, it seems like the rat you left at the bank. It seems like there's no demons as I supposed to guard it during the early morning. Looks like it's just the elationists. The demons get to go to bed once the sun comes back up. If you cause a distraction in the early morning, you can avoid the worst of it."
All right.
Yep, and that's because you left the rat to scout. If you hadn't, y'all would not have known shit. Um, what would you be doing with the other rats? Would you have them sort of like just going to the factory, or what would you want them to do?
I would like to have at least 3 go to the factory.
All right, I need a new
Yes.
stealth check for this.
Not bad.
He ain't. Ooh, okay. This is where things might. Up. Oh, oh my god. Okay. Well, that's something. That certainly is something.
Oh no.
Well, not exactly, oh no. As your rats are sort of combing the factory, you are having them look around. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, Slay,
26.
okay.
Okay. You notice several different types of demons walking around the factory as it starts to get darker. You know, so your other rats that you sort of left in the warehouse district, you notice that the demons are starting to come out of the warehouses. The ones there's several of them take to the sky. It's not like a shit ton, but it's enough that you can sort of see everything. So you see that okay, there's actually a decent amount here. It's just they're being kept more or less under lock and key. Or kept inside during the day for the most part, except for the more humanoid-looking ones. But in particular, ones that you notice that some of the humans that are around are being looked at around by this one that looks like a giant boar. Blue skin, tusks coming out in like 4 different directions, skulls around its waist, but sort of like kept inside of a cloak, more or less. You see that they are almost the size of an ogre, and they seem to be working as almost foremen, for lack of better terminology. You do see with the rats inside the house. There are a couple big ones, long winged bodies, heads and chests that are built like axes, with giant bladed tusks coming out of the front of their faces. Those faces almost look like skulls. Long, gangly arms, long tails. Almost looks like bat wings on its back. And as you're sort of getting a survey, you do see that there are yeah, it's ended up working out great because of the Swarm Keeper. Also, it's like not everybody would let it happen. Like I'm sort of like, let the Swarm scout. You notice that one of your rats is sees a big figure in a cloak, about 12 feet tall. And as it's trying to get close, you see the figure turn around. Before all of a sudden, a shape rises up in the cloak. And it turns around and you see this head of a snake. Turn around. As it snaps up and the lights go dark from that rat.
Interesting.
Now did see something that had a snake on its back. And it might have had a passive perception of 31.
Hmm?
It's the demon I told you about last time. I didn't say that in character, by the way. It was out of character.
Type shit. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to relay this information to them.
As you do.
Fuck.
I don't think Aglath leads the factory. Leaves, I mean.
You'd actually, I would say that before it is found, you did hear. I'll say you noticed it because he was walking in. I would say that it was a walking in kind of thing. He's not there all the time. It doesn't appear.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't convey that properly. That's my bad. It's more so. It seems all the demons are there. Say are coming in for the nighttime, while it looks only like a couple of them are there during the day.
Uh-huh.
In addition, it's the more humanoid-looking ones, so not as much of the flyers, not as many of the hulking beasts. Much more of like the like the how should I say this? None of the big blue ones y'all saw. None of the how should I say this? None of the big like ape-like ones. None of like the knight. Oh, sorry, the big like knight-looking guy. Mostly like the dudes with forearms, like the long four-armed ones, with like the long white hair. And the big red dudes with the forearms. You can definitely tell that there's a difference between the two kinds of demon. In addition, and there is something outside that appears to be looking like these almost dog-like demons roaming around. What I say, long, haggardly white fur, red. I say these like blood red claws, giant spikes popping out of their back, almost scorpion-style tail protruding from them too. Glowing yellow maws, toothy maws, to quote Matthew Mercer. Blood red eyes, almost like this misshapen, haggard-looking form.
All right then.
Yep. Alright, are y'all just gonna do some more scouting for the night?
I'm not particularly helpful with that.
They did say that like
I'm a scouter.
during the early morning is the best time to hit the bank, right?
Yep.
What about like what time is it right now, Hyper?
I would say it's starting to get to like that early stage of night. You see that people are starting to move off the streets.
Do we want to try to rest up and then wake up early and attack or not attack, but like go try to mess with the bank?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm really bad at leading.
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
I could have a mammoth go down one, like 2 streets over from the bank, so all the guards rush there, or most of them at least. We could probably easily get our way in. I can easily just go gaseous form, probably get in the vault.
You do see, say from there, that it does look like the vault is is uptight, but it doesn't look like uh, but it looks like doesn't look like there's sort of any magical lock on it. It just seems like the vault is down a floor. You are able to like sneak the rat down the stairs when no one's sort of looking. But you do see that there is sort of like a 2 or 3 vault system down there. You just had to find your way through.
Mm. Do we have any way to get into the vault other than just like stealing whatever we would need to get in?
How like advanced is the vault? Like,
You do see that there doesn't appear to be any magical protections except on the floor right in front of the vault. It does look like there's some sort of like magic circle inscribed into the floor, but then beyond that, you hear somebody say you see whenever anybody has to go in, they do have to get past like 3 different vaults. Doesn't appear to be any magic in the vaults themselves.
okay.
Only on the floor.
What kind of lock is it?
It looks to be just like a normal like style like vault door lock. So you could either get through it like by either strength or or just busting down the vault potentially. Oh, and I thought somebody just left.
It was Hedge. He came in. He thought I was summoning him.
Gotcha.
What's so like a number combination
Uh,
or
I would say based on that perception roll, towards the end, I would say that you're able. I would say that device would be able to determine that one of them is a number combination, which with the perception roll. Damn it! I hate that you got a 26. I would say you got the I would say you got the code to the number. I'd say to the arcane number lock. One of them appears to be a key that appears to be kept under the main teller's desk. And then the last one appears to just be a normal vault. I say, ooh, a normal vault door, but it looks like it needs to be a like strong individual to get it open.
I can get that. We got this.
so what if we double up on the distractions then, and you do the mammoth or whatever you're gonna summon, and then not everyone's gonna leave the bank. What if I went in like I was going to make a transaction, but just try to distract them?
How many animals can I summon at once, or beasts at once?
As long as the total does not exceed half of your total level, you can do it.
So realistically, I could probably. So CR6 is 3 points, right? Or was it 2?
CR6 is 6 points.
Oh, 6 points. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it is
okay.
1 point
Okay.
per challenge rating. So, given that your level is 13, rounded up, you would have 1 challenge rating left.
Uh-huh. Okay, I can figure something out with that.
I mean, if you want something that flies, something that causes a lot of attention, I mean, there are some things that cause a lot of attention.
Well, attention could mean I just summoned a fucking giant crocodile or a whale, like one of those, those flying whales.
I was thinking something
The
a little bit
worm.
faster than that.
Faster?
I mean, yeah, like a pterastodon or I'm sorry, I was thinking of let me figure it out. Where is it? So assuming that you're summoning like a mammoth or a pterastodon for the outside one, right? Those things are relatively fast, and once they get going, it's like hard to catch them. Um, you could also, I would say, just because I know you're not like super familiar with a bunch of the animals in here, um, you could just summon like a large drake. Let's say it's like this, like a draconic creature, and then it could fly around. You could summon around like a giant viper, which can like crawl up the side of buildings, or like a
I could summon multiple drakes, to be fair. That would work.
yeah, you could.
Did you see multiple drakes, like dragons?
They're like tiny dragons. They have like 26 HP.
What the heck?
Yeah, they're 26 HP, 85 feet. So,
Dude, you're the father of dragons.
oh my god, I'm the father of dragons, king of the rats.
Also, if you still want something that's
That's
like
a metal ass title.
if you want something else that is if you want to summon the drakes and if you want to summon something else that is like big, fast, and it's going to be like a little bit bulky and cause a lot of distraction, I would say either a ceratops or a baloth.
Okay, yeah, that could work.
Because both of those are basically like the size of a triceratops. They have 50 feet of thing, and they've got like trampling abilities with them.
Yeah, that would. I could summon one drake and then a ceratops for sure.
2 drakes and a ceratops, because ceratops is CR5.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing with the bella thing. It's gonna be faster than like a stegosaurus or like a hippo
Yep. Okay, yeah, I think that would work.
or like an elephant. Again, those things are just going to be faster. In addition, they'll have a little bit more like bulk to them than most of the things. The pterastodon or the mammoth would definitely be like the most like tanky thing you could go with.
I think a Triceratops would be the best
Uh,
for the ground creature.
the Ceratops is gonna be better than the Triceratops.
Oh, Ceratops? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, so they've
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
divided
Yeah.
these two out weirdly. Uh, where actually no, wait, hold up.
Yeah, the Triceratops is tanky, but the Ceratops also has trampling charge, so it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's either one. It's take your pick. They are almost identical in terms of like stats. The only difference is that the Triceratops has more AC and more HP, so it's technically tankier. So you could realistically do that and it would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Also, if you want something that could climb, a Woodcrasher Baloth.
I think we might just do Ceratops and the Drakes. Those would probably be the best.
Another thing, if you want something that's actually gonna like kick a lot of ass while doing it, Spinosaurus is also an option. But yeah, Ceratops,
Oh,
Triceratops.
shit. Oh, yes. I forgot I could summon Spinos.
Small Spinos. So like,
Yeah.
the big thing about this one is that it will have like it'll be able to like whack things away with its tail, but the Triceratops will be tankier.
Oh, how many small Spinos can I summon?
One. It's CR5. Same
Oh,
thing as
okay.
the Triceratops.
I straight up didn't see it there, so.
Very good. And yeah, your Drakes will have a flying speed of 80 feet. And they're large creatures, so they should be able to distract everything if you want.
Totally.
Pulling guards in like multiple different directions.
Actually, a Titan, no, there would be pretty good too. It's fast, a lot of HP and
A what?
AC. A Titan, no, there.
A Titano there. Oh yeah, it would.
And it's fucking massive, so it most definitely would cause a distraction.
I would say it's probably similar size to the thing. Okay, that's about the size of a rhino.
True.
So the Triceratops is probably going to be bigger. But the Titana there, actually I would say the Titana there might be bigger. Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at the picture. Yeah, it's definitely bigger than a rhino. A Titana there would be about be similar size, probably just a little bit smaller. So yeah, that'd probably be your best option there is the Titano there.
Yeah, that looks really strong, so I think we'll do a Titano there with the two Drakes.
All right.
All right then. So what are the Drakes are being used separately, or they're also being used as part of the distraction?
Part of the distraction. Because they can sort of keep things out of the air, and they can stay low enough to avoid the guns. They're not big enough to where like the armaments around the edge of the city that are like pointed at the sky will be able to hit them because they'll be
Right.
able to like go through the buildings. But they're not like they're big enough that they're a problem. They're not too big that they would have problems.
So then I can either go inside, like I said, and help with the distraction, try to like enthrall the tellers, or we can just use them as a distraction and then do everything else.
God.
I love that Pinsy's actually going to have an opportunity to use the Boots of Bezos.
I was like, you know what? I should look for opportunities, and this feels like one.
Oh my
Fuck
god,
it, let's do it.
yes!
That could be a good idea. I'm just a little bit hesitant to split everybody up though, because that seems scary.
Oh no, y'all would all still be inside the bank. Because I assume
Oh, but
the other three of you were running into the bank once the distraction is caused. It's just Pensy would, be already there laying the groundwork for when y'all get there.
I guess that's true.
At least that's how I understood it.
Yeah.
But you would be staying there while we're going to the. I mean, actually, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, right? Yeah.
Like again, Pensy could already be like, say, it's like, hey, I'm sort of like new in town. I moved from outside, and I need to check to see. I heard there was a break-in recently or something like that. That's at least again, this is how I understood his plan.
Yeah.
I have all my spells ready now, so I'm all good for whenever.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. As y'all wake up in the morning, I'm assuming the group is heading over to the to the bank.
Yep. I'm gonna divert off from the group a bit and start to get ready my summoning.
Yeah. Also, how are the three of you getting into the bank when the guards are pouring out? Are you like
Just three of
invisibility?
us?
Are y'all just
Yeah,
invisibility through?
I'll just cast invisibility.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. I think I'm gonna summon them a bit far apart so they don't think they're coming from the same place.
Okay. And you can
I'm
easily
gonna-
have it to where, like, if you go down like a street where you can just have the drakes go over, and like stick to the buildings, where like the Titana there will just go down the street, so you can make it. You can easily make
Yeah.
it work like that.
Yeah, that works. All right.
All right. As y'all start to go over there, y'all start to break off. Hold up, I gotta play the music for this. There's a certain song I got for this.
What the heck?
You planned this.
I was so hoping you would choose to heist the bank tonight. I prepped this. I was like, in the off chance that they do, because I know Silver's greed is gonna get to them. I prepped the Ocean's 11 heist theme.
Oh my god.
God damn it! You planned for me.
Read like a book.
I'm playing for your chaos. Hold up, I read you like a goddamn book.
All right, I gotta step.
But you
up
got
my
it.
game.
You got to admit. You got to admit. This shit slaps.
It does.
All right. As Pensy goes into the bank, Pensy, describe to me what you're doing. As again, Steven Soderbergh cut over here.
I'm gonna walk up to the tellers and be like, so I'm assuming this bank also has like personal, what do you call them? The
Lock boxes.
lock boxes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely they do. Well, hello there, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, hey, see, I just recently had a family member die, and I was trying to get into their lockbox if I could.
Oh, absolutely. My condolences for your loss there. Is there any sort of name you would like to do? And you can absolutely, if you would like to do the Boots of Bezos thing now on them.
Yeah.
You can
I know.
also you can enthrall up to 3 creatures. You do see that there are 2 guards sort of looking over at you kind of suspiciously.
So ideally, we'd have the other distraction start now, so I can pick up whoever else is left off, who doesn't leave.
Whoever else is left off? Okay. As you're starting up this thing, Steven Silverberg cut over here. Cuts to Device, Isaac, and Jasaku. Often, say, in separate areas with the 3-box panel here. As you see, on that one corner, Device going like, okay, it's the time. Boom! Slam, puts down hold that generation. As you see a giant, lumbering thing. I'm gonna put this in chat. I'm gonna put this in chat in the game because I want this to be visible. Let me see. Titano there. Oh, it's from Bigby's. So for everyone else, that is what a Titano there looks like.
I want to eat that.
You want to eat that?
If you know,
that
you
looks
know.
Fucking delicious.
It's like a rhino. Apparently, rhino tastes like shit.
Any good chef can make something taste good.
That is not true. I can I'm sorry. Ever since I played the freaking theme, all I've had in my head is I don't know if y'all have seen the Game Changer episode where it's like Lou Wilson doing the thing where it's like snapping here, and then you know what? It's just a scene in somewhere cut of buttholes, and then this is a butthole, this is a butthole, this is a butthole.
I think I saw that clip.
That's all I can think of right now. Monsters. Ah, damn it. What book is this from? Oh, one's from Zendikar, one's from Kaladesh. No wonder I can't show this shit. Paste. Nope. Won't work like that. Again, as you see these things go over, you immediately start sprinting towards the front of the bank as you see this massive rhino-like creature run out onto the street, take a turn, and then just start charging down the street as you hear, "What the fuck is that? Oh my god! What is that? Why is it here? Somebody call the guards! What is that in the sky? Why are there dragons here?" And then as you run over to where Josaku and Isaac are. I assume you are casting invisibility?
Yeah, snap my fingers and we all turn invisible.
Snapping your fingers, turning invisible. As Pensy, at this time, you hear a large commotion from outside. Somebody in the bank, the two guys that are going over you, turn around, and somebody puts the bank and says, "There's shit going out outside! We need everybody out here!" What do you mean shit? There's dragons and a giant freaking armor thing rampaging through the streets! What the fuck? Alright. Let's see. Two of you stay here! The rest of you, come on, let's handle this! I assume then you are going to try and boots of Bezos on both the teller and the two guards.
Yes.
Okay. It is DC 18, correct?
Yes. Charisma.
I rolled 2 5s and a 6 on the dice.
Oh boy.
As you like click your boots together and it's like, what do you say?
Just when the guard comes in, I just say, "Oh dear." It just like, I don't know. You know this. Betsy will just start talking about some random made-up story. Is like, "Oh, you know this one time."
Oh, I assure you, sir, everything's gonna be fine here. Let's say, isolationists, we've got it under control.
Well, that's certainly.
See, the guard is like giving you like a friendly smile. Both of them are, as is the teller. And yes. Why don't I take you down to show, and then you can tell me which lockbox it is.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
And he's like, "I'm gonna go down and do that." As you guys are, as the three of you see the guards as they doing it, you see like this again. Steve Soderbergh cut over. You see these three invisible forms duck, dip, dive, and dodge as one of you sort of like shimmies past the guards through the open door. Josaku basically does a front flip over one. Isaac sliding on the ground underneath another. Acrobatic as fuck. No going in. As y'all see Pensy being led back towards that hallway, y'all make a leap over into it before starting to follow them slowly, just as Pensy starts to go down the stairs, right before the door behind you would close there. As y'all are in this bottom hallway with this sort of like metal frame door as say in front of you. Allow me to get this door open for you, sir. As we have our lockboxes right over here.
Are we next to Pensy here?
I would say at this point, yes. Y'all have like gotten up like right next to Pensy and the teller. The two guards y'all saw earlier are upstairs.
Sleep. Cast and sleep.
You're gonna cast sleep on them in a bank with other people in it.
Oh, never mind. I thought there wasn't people here.
No. They're still employees of the bank. Pensy only charmed 3 people, 2 of the guards, and then the saying what appeared to be the head teller.
Okay, never mind.
Yep.
I didn't think these things through.
To distract them longer, Pensy's could have like pretend cry over the relative that he supposedly lost.
Oh, I mean, no. Your party is in here. Like you had a mental link on them, so you're like, I assume that somebody would have told you we're in as soon as they're like right with you.
So
and they're invisible.
We need to leave then? I need to get them out?
No. Like they're here in the bottom with you. Like they're like you're here with what appears to be the head teller, right? He is charmed. He's fully like he would basically do almost whatever you ask. I'll just require persuasion checks on certain things. And he appears to have a set of master keys with him. Like he's got a key ring with a lot of keys on it, including like this big silver one. Which looks different from a lot of the others. You're the only ones down here. Everyone else is sort of like up top. It's just the 4 of y'all and then that to one teller. As he's starting to unlock the sort of like bar door with it, he's got that unlocked. I assume everybody goes in past this like again this like bar frame door.
Is there could I no, I can't detect magic without going invisible, can I?
You are correct. You would not be able to detect magic without breaking visibility.
Fuck. Well, you said we're the only ones downstairs, you said?
You are the only ones downstairs at the moment. The head teller is here. He is charmed. He's like, the boxes are right this way. Ignore that. That is our primary vault. I don't believe anything that you would have had would be in there. You are charmed, Fancy, and you're the only one he could see. So what do you do? Oh, sorry, he is charmed, and you're the only one he could see.
We didn't discuss this part. How do we want to get the keys? So I can't see them technically.
But I would say you are still able to telepathically communicate with them through crime.
Okay, I'd just ask them like, what do you guys want me to do?
I could just swipe the keys.
Then I'll just try to keep the guard as distracted as possible.
It's not a guard, it's a teller.
The teller, yeah.
All right. Isaac, I need a sleight of hand check. 33. Yes, you're easily able to palm it, even though he's like holding the keys deliberately. You're easily able to like swipe it out and replace it with another ring. A ring of like just like random keys, and you're able to like keep them from like jangling against each other. You've got it sort of in your hand, sneaking over. You see that the outer wall does have that key code. Device. I'm assuming that you would have written down the key code, correct? Once you saw it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure like you would have done something to remember it. I know you didn't say anything earlier, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. Okay. As you all step onto and punch in the gate, you notice the floor start to glow pink.
Dispel. I'd like to break invisibility and dispel magic.
Well, that's the thing. All of a sudden, all 3 of you are invisible. Or visible.
Oh shit.
Excuse me. Who are you all?
Okay.
As y'all are visible to the teller.
Is magic still working?
You could try.
I'd like to try to cast sleep on him.
Absolutely.
Is there anybody else down here with us? It's just
y'all and the teller.
It's
I will
Hear
say,
me?
just because I know Kiwi hasn't used the boots much, remember, he is charmed as fuck. And he's also giving you the eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, they're here to support me.
Oh! Roll me persuasion check at advantage.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, absolutely. For a total of 35. Yeah, no, it's like, oh! I'm sorry, do you, you know, I see you're trying to, in the vault here. I'm assuming that there wouldn't be anything in there, but if you would like, we can absolutely check the vault for any of, Mr. I never caught your name. No, the pain of every DM having to come up with names on the spot.
Yes,
Spencer.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr.
sure,
Spencer's. I say Mr. Spencer's family. I say we could absolutely check and see if Mr. Spencer's relative has anything in there.
If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, absolutely. In a few minutes, though, I will need to double check something because I will need to go upstairs and tell guards that there is nothing wrong. Because unfortunately, with whenever there is any sort of invisibility, whenever there is any sort of thing where the floor decides to go pink, there's about a 3-minute window in which it will notify guards eventually.
Well, we can't have that now, can we?
Absolutely not. Now, let me do this as I'm assuming, Isaac, you hand him the key.
Yeah, hand him the key.
Hand him the key. Unlocks the door. Do any of you mind helping me out with this?
I'll go ahead and grip the vault and try to open that bitch up.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Okay, well that didn't go so well.
You get it at advantage because you're getting assistance.
Still didn't go so well.
Damn.
A little bit harder. Can we
Running
all
out of
get some?
time.
I'll cut through the vault.
Turn into a cyclops.
You're gonna turn into a cyclops. Okay.
I was gonna turn into my primal beast.
All right. Roll it.
I could. Well, look.
Let me find the cyclops. Just a strength check.
Yes. At advantage because you're getting help. 25
Okay.
absolutely does it. As you pry it free, and y'all are in. Y'all are in the vault. You have about 90 seconds to look through here.
Ooh, baby. What is that?
Oh,
Does
it changed
anything
the
touch
fucking
the eye
music.
immediately?
Hold up.
What looks the fanciest?
I'm just gonna start shoveling things into my bag of holding, hoping they're actually cool.
Okay, I need perception checks from everybody.
I dropped the form of the thingy.
24.
Cyclops.
24.
Ooh, only a 12.
Not 20, baby!
Nat 20.
Perception check.
Pensy, make yours with advantage.
Oh.
There's a reason for this.
Another nat 20.
Another nat 20. Josaku, what'd you get?
Guys, we were made for this. Just keep robbing banks. Forget about Nirvash.
27 and a what for Josaku? Jose.
Hang on, I used lucky. My mic was muted. Apologies.
What'd you get?
Got a 24.
A 24. All right. Holy shit. Okay. We'll start from the top. Isaac, your eyes are immediately drawn to to a table over off on the side. There's like piles of money and like stacks of like little stacks of gold. There's like small chests everywhere. But Isaac, Device, your eyes are drawn to two specific things on the table. You see this long these pair of muskets. One of them long brown wood, but has a black onyx serpent roping around it. By the way, all of this is happening over 6 seconds. You're all noticing these things like basically fucking immediately. So don't worry about the time frame in this. Let's say with these descriptions and what you're grabbing. Again, like one of them has this black serpent wrapping around the barrel, ending out right where the bullet would come out. Another one has this sort of like arcanic style look. Let me post it here. Yeah, my boy! You get it! Let me find... No! Where did I put it? No! I remember. I can only show this by picture. Again, this this arcane-looking musket, which seemingly has this sort of slight, this bolt-action thing to it, and it's got this magical, this runic inscription going down the barrel. I assume you picked them up?
I'm back.
Of course.
I would like you to add the Mamba's musket and my punny name, the Arcana Cannon, to your inventory.
Oh shit! This is what you told me about.
Yes, the Arcana Cannon.
Such a good name.
So, here's the fun part, alright? I'm going to read off to you what both of the muskets do.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me how the fuck to spell Mamba. I'm a bit stupid here.
Seriously? I'm sorry,
Yes.
Moccasin, not Mamba.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I spelled Mamba and I was so confused.
So, a coiled ebony serpent is wrapped around the barrel of this musket. This musket is a +2 magic weapon. When shot, a line of green, twisting smoke billows behind the fired bullet. This weapon uses 2d6 for its damage dice instead of 1d12. It also deals an extra 1d6 poison damage to any creature it hits. When you deal damage to a creature using this weapon, and at least 2 of them roll 1s, the creature is poisoned until the end of its next turn. A creature that becomes poisoned this way takes 2d6 poison damage at the start of its next turn, unless it ceases to be poisoned beforehand. This poison can stack. And then the second one, the Arcana Cannon. Let me pull up what the Arcana Cannon does, because this is the fun one. The Moccasin Musket is cool, but the Arcana Cannon's where it's at. Arcana Cannon. This magic weapon is a long-barreled titanium musket. You gain +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with it. It requires no ammunition, and its damage is lightning damage instead of piercing. It does not have the loading property. This stock is emboldened with arcane runes that empower its shots. If you land an attack, you may expend a spell slot to add 1d10 radiant damage to the attack per spell slot. Per spell slot level expended. So right now, you have up to up to 3rd level spell slots, correct?
Yes.
Using the Arcana Cannon, if you channel a spell slot in, you can add 3d10 to your to one attack. You can only do this ability once per turn.
Oh my god.
And it does take your spell slots. I want to stress that. It is trading utility for damage. If you ever want to burst something.
So, oh my god, I can get so much damage in one go.
Mm-hmm. And that's just what you notice on your first turn. We will continue after that. Isaac, you're going to be the last one. I've got something special for you. Josaku!
Yeah.
You see a familiar pair of blue tabi, as if they're from the Empire. Immediately, you know it. So you were like, wait. What? I've read about this. If I could fucking add things to your inventory and if D&D Beyond wasn't being such a little shit.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Wait a minute, was this?
As you pick up this pair of light blue tabi, these shoes, they look imperial, and they've got these swirling markings on them. With an iconography matching the icon of the very first Sapphire Empress. Including a character on in the soul that says Soma. who you would know as one of your childhood idols, the original silver sterling of Yang Zhuai.
Holy shit.
I would say one of the original sterlings of it. As I would like you to refresh your character page and enjoy having the Sky Wanderer's Tabi. Very rare. They require attunement. But what happens is you may activate the effects of Featherfall at will on yourself. You may walk on air as if it was ground. Any weight in excess of your carry weight will result in your descent. If you choose to fall, you will not stop until you land on the ground. And then it has an active ability, Breath of the Dragon Queen. As an action, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. When arriving at your desired location, you launch 10 feet in the air. Every creature of your choice within 15 feet must make a DC 18 strength saving throw. On a failure, they are launched 10 feet in the air and take 66 slashing damage before being thrust to the ground and taking 2d6 bludgeoning damage. On a success, they take half of that slashing damage and are not launched and take no bludgeoning damage. If they are larger or smaller, they are knocked prone. If they are huge or larger, they have an advantage on the saving throw. If they are do not take the bludgeoning damage. You may activate this ability once every short and long rest.
Was I right? Wait, what?
Hey, Jose, guess what?
Yeah?
Sorry, get Tom!
I knew it! Yes!
Oh, it's not instant transmission, Bill. It's not instant transmission. It's fucking Yasuo.
I don't know who that is. So I'm just gonna say instant transmission, and then he's Kamehameha.
Yeah, basically this is what it looks like. Actually, no, Pensy will be last. Isaac. Because you got a natural 20, I'm going to give you what you originally found because there's something specifically in here for you. But in addition to that, I need to roll on a magic items table for both you and for Pensy. Because you will find two things here.
Okay.
This is going to be fun. Okay. Actually, let me see which one is. So you got a natural 20, and again, like, there's a lot of good stuff in here, if you could tell. This is basically stuff that, like, the limbs in this area, which you know was one of the more prevalent, like, and successful thieving ones, as you can tell, because the Sky Wanderer's Tabi were supposedly lost long before Josaku was even born. They were stolen out of a museum, and they were thought to have been completely lost ever since.
Josaku was gunning straight for it.
Okay, Isaac.
Grabbing it like a gremlin.
I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh shit!
Okay. Oof. Okay. All right. One moment. Let me find it. There's something here. I thought I had it, but no, that's the wrong table. Okay. Let me make sure. All right. So, this is gonna be funny. Isaac, you find a small cart. It's about the size of a toy truck. I would like you to add the Hoarder's Hall to your inventory. Because you also see there's little things of gold in there.
Which version?
Um, there's more
There's
than one?
rare. Yeah, there's uncommon, rare, and very rare.
Oh, this is very rare.
Okie dokie.
This is natural 20. And again, there's not a lot of high. Again, this is a very successful group of thieves. It's just, again, if y'all didn't roll this high, you would not be finding this much good shit. Because I had things for like middle tier, high tier rolls, and then like low ass tier rolls. And y'all rolled 2 natural 20s, a 24, a 24, and a 24. Like, so y'all are getting the very rare tier stuff. Except one of you. But in addition, next to it, Isaac, as you pick it up, you realize this thing weighs a good bit. You're able to put in. It also has. You're gonna laugh at this. I have to figure how much gold will fit in 750 pounds.
Oh shit, dude.
Um.
It's gonna be a ton of gold, actually.
Uh huh. Actually, I'll say 500 pounds. I would say it wasn't filled up to the brim. So 500 divided by 0.02. My God, there's 25,000 gold in this cart.
Unfortunately, my friends, we will not be seeing any of this.
Yeah, because there isn't like a lot of heaping money around. You see, it's more so in like valuable items than it is like actual stacks of money. Those are mostly like you see like those are kept in like things on the wall of the vault. But this one was one that appears to be that much gold. So yeah, you figure this is probably a good portion of Smiles' tax money and stash that he's accumulated. You know, he had a big thing, but at the same time, like this, you figure this is what it. I was like, this is what it may be. But I need to pause the music for a second. Pensy. Oh, let me pause the Steven Soderbergh. The hell did it go? You find yourself drawn to this unusual looking object. Over to one side, you hear this call of Pensy. Over here. Before you see this small thing, it looks almost like a mirror. But instead, it has this small black handle, this almost this white inlay around the edge of it. These runes marked in it in. Let me see what languages you speak. Let's see if you can read these. You speak Elvish.
Yes.
So you would know that they are in Elvish. And you find your hand grasping around it. As you do, in but a moment, you find yourself on a mountain underneath a full moon, surrounded by the glow of a night. Whereas it was early morning with a bright sun, you now see that it's a dark night, illuminated all over by the brightest of full moons you've ever seen. Hello, champion
Hello?
of my sisters, champion of my brother. Do you look over to see who it is?
Yeah.
You hear this otherworldly voice, very gentle, very compassionate, very touching. But when you look over, you're in awe of what you see. You've seen the goddess of beauty before. If there's ever second place, well, you're looking at her. This large, otherworldly, beautiful drow woman, standing about 9 feet tall, wearing only her hair wrapped around her in various points to where, like, you all the essential bits are covered, but by her hair. A lithe dancer's form, radiant white eyes glowing like the pale moon above. Silver, welcome to the goddess designed by Gooners. People joke that she is literally the goddess designed by Gooners because that is as close to canon artwork as you'll get. I swear to God. Now I'm not talking about canon to my thing. Canon to D&D lore. Swear to God, designed by Gooners. You seem like someone with a large heart. Would you say that?
I'm not sure, but I appreciate that.
I ask because my reverie was found. But the person who took it, who took it up, decided to abandon his quest, retire to a life of simpler means. And given this, I have no way of, I say I had almost no way of putting, let's say, of putting my reverie back into play. That was outside of you. I know you are already sworn to 3. But I ask if you would take up the name of compassion. If you would find it in your heart to defend the weak and bring light to those even on the darkest of nights. I ask if you find it within yourself to be that which everyone could look up to and find warmth in. I ask you to be the face of compassion. No trials are needed. You are the champion of 2 gods, and I have been watching you for some time. Sorry, the champion of 3 gods, and I've been watching you for some time. You are more than worthy to wield I'll say the sound of my silence.
I I would be honored.
Then, champion of Elistre, goddess of compassion, and matron of the Drow people, sing, sing your way. You are not a performer in the traditional sense. You do not sing songs. You tell stories. As such, this has been crafted in a form. That way your voice can go further than it would otherwise. That way all can hear your tales of compassion. Fancy quivers. I want you to tell the world your story. And you snap back to reality. As I would like you to refresh your character sheet. So for those of you that need a refresher, given the fact that we haven't seen this thing in a while, welcome back to the Sound of Silence. As for those of you at home, Jay's made it abundantly clear he is never coming back and wanted nothing to do with the campaign. We are then, let's say, found it acceptable to write Yagu out of the story and work the Sound of Silence in, as Kiwi said that it would be one that he would very much like, and it was saying there is no chance of Jay coming back, so it worked out. So in its ascended form, these following spells are added to your spell list: Fairy Fire, Fly, Protection from Good and Evil, Big B's Hand, Shillelagh, Levitate, Speak with Animals, Silence, Invisibility, Guiding Bolt, and Entangle. Of those, one of those is a extra magical secret spell that you can change at the start of the day. You have advantage on performance checks and proficiency in performance checks. Oh, you're not supposed to have... Did you already have expertise and persuasion?
Yes.
No, like before, Boots of Basis aren't supposed to... Oh, you already have that. Okay, never mind. You're 2 already with that, so it doesn't matter. So yeah. So at the Sound of Silence, in addition to that, you get +2 to the results of your Bard spells and your Bardic Inspiration. And the save DC of your Bard spells. You may cast Silence a number of times per day, equal to your proficiency bonus without expending a spell slot. As an action, you may cast Guiding Bolt at first level. Once you cast a spell, roll 1d6 on a roll of 1 to 5. You cannot cast it again until that's supposed to say the next dusk, not the next dawn. Basically, because this is the Lunar Goddess's item, this is a thing.
Resets at nighttime. Makes sense.
Yep.
Sick.
Yep. And now, Isaac. That was one of the things you found.
Wait, what?
So, say the thing.
I know. I was just surprised it was more than one thing.
Oh yeah, no. The natural 20 is what got you that other thing. Because also I've got to roll another thing for Pensy now. So let me pull this up. Let me do this. Let me do doop. Let me do this rarity and this. Okay. What is it? Well, that didn't work out. Apologies. I had a better way to look this up. I didn't expect y'all to roll nat 20s. That is literally what's taking me so long to find, because I gotta find things for this. Okay.
But yeah, the Sound of Silence is so cool, dude.
It really is.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
Maybe it'll be appreciated this time. Sorry, that was toxic, but yeah. Ooh! Kiwi! Are you up for some fun?
Sure.
No, like, are you up for some fun.
Definitely.
All right. You find a red bottle. There are icons of fire all around it. Oh my god, I'm so surprised that I rolled this. Oh, this is so much fun. Let me find a fucking image of this for you. My guy. Ah, this is so fucking cool. Like, no, you don't understand how cool this item is.
I'm looking forward to it.
You find that,
Okay.
and you feel a magical aura come out. I would like you to add an Ifriti bottle to your inventory.
A what bottle?
Ifriti. Efreeti.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yes.
Bro, did we just get?
I will say, that 10 effect I will have that be a you will get a choice of it will I will say instead of the thing you will refresh all uses of the 2 to 9 ability because wish does not exist. Also do the 2024 version. And also, yes, Phil, yes. That just happened. I rolled that because, again, the nat 20, I was going to be like, okay, there's certain tiers of rarity, and a natural 20 is a very rare item.
We got a genie now. What the hell?
You have a genie that on a roll of 1 out of a d10 will attack you.
They do. Oh, we don't use EXP. Never mind.
No, we do not. Oh my god! Yo, they made the new Afridi hot as fuck. What the hell?
Did they?
No, like she bad though.
Literally.
She
Oh,
bad.
I see. Cause
Yes, but at the same
Like,
time,
it's like,
no. It's like, damn. All right. All right, but yeah, okay. So, Isaac,
because
what you also found. God damn it. Okay, natural 20s. Natural 20s are fun. So, in addition to your magic item that you found, what you specifically found are a stack of papers on top of one another. I need you to create a custom item. I need you to add Smiles' blackmail stash to your inventory.
Oh shit.
Yes. Again, there's a certain roll that you had to hit for each of these. And all of y'all like hit the stuff for the good stuff. So from here, I would say this is about enough in terms of like magic items. Are y'all gonna try and pocket gold, or are y'all gonna try and get the fuck out of Dodge? There's still a little bit more like I would say like little things that are worth like gold here and there, little things that are like worth little bits. What would y'all like to do?
I think we get out of Dodge, you guys.
I mean, but money.
All right. I would say, hey, if I say one of y'all staying, all of y'all are staying, I guess.
This is probably up to the party. What do you guys want to do?
I'd say take what you can and let's get out.
I yoink the boots and make my way.
Make your way.
Can I
All right.
Can
And
I
you're
just start grabbing handfuls while we leave?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sure. I would say you see that there is a small bag on there, say on the counter. You grab that. You feel it, and you feel like it's full of gemstones.
All right, I'm happy.
All right. Anybody else trying to grab anything?
I'm good.
Nope.
All right. You do see that there are a couple bottles around, so it looks like magical potions and whatnot.
I'll yoink a few potions actually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait. Potions are nice.
I would like you to add a potion of greater healing, a potion of hill giant strength, and a filter of love to your inventory. So, Silver, I'm going to just DM you the list of gems you got.
Sick. Well, I have a lot of fuel for a while if anyone dies.
Yep, exactly. Again, y'all are taking some of the best things from his horde. Because y'all, nothing. You're not taking everything, not by a long shot, but you are doing it.
You know, I'm realizing we probably would have had longer in the vault if I just dispelled the magic and broke invisibility beforehand.
Dispelling magic would have also triggered the alarm.
Oh, okay.
So, oh, god damn it, I didn't...
The clerk is still here, right?
The clerk is still here. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot to do something.
What if we just take the keys with us for later?
One moment. I knew there was something I forgot to do today. Oh, wait, no, I had a custom. Actually, no. We don't need that for this. I assuming y'all are walking up back upstairs, or y'all casting say there are 3 of you, so you have invisibility to do it, or are y'all just going back upstairs?
I think I'll cast invisibility on everybody but me.
Okay. Where are you doing this?
Wouldn't it be better if you casted it on everyone but Pensy because they know they went down with them?
Yeah, I guess, but they also wait. Do they know that the bank was stole or was opened yet, or no? Does he have to tell them?
We're right now, he said that the alarm has been triggered because of the invisibility thing, and that he doesn't have the ability to turn it off.
Right. So I feel like if Pensy goes out there and is seen, like they'll know that, like, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Whereas I'm stealthier than him, so I can get out, I think, easier.
But we could also just aura farm and get all of us wanted.
What if
That would be a
you
terrible.
what if you invisible everyone but Device because he's stealthier?
I'm down. Fuck
What
it.
the fuck did you just say to me? What the fuck did you just say to me, Jose? Whose side are you on?
I got a DM from Hedge to say that.
What
He had a
the
gun
fuck?
to my head.
What the fuck? I knew Hedge would do that, dude. I knew. Just for the record. Just for the record. Just for the record.
Ooh!
What?
Nothing.
I have a 16 in stealth. Okay, I have a 16. Okay.
It won't matter.
What?
Roll your stuff.
Okay. Well, first I cast invisibility on everybody but me.
Yes, everyone's invisible, and I assume y'all are heading back up. What are you telling the clerk before you disappear?
I'm gonna tell him. By the way, could you let everybody upstairs know Godak says hello?
Um, sure, absolutely.
Fuck.
As he walks up, 31. I need everyone else to roll me stealth at advantage. Isaac, prepare to be beaten.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Ah!
Oh, thank God.
At advantage!
my
At
God,
advantage!
I failed.
Oh my God! Thank God! Oh my God! Thank God!
That was the worst stealth
Oh,
check
wow,
I've
okay.
done this
Thank
whole
God this is
thing.
at advantage.
What'd you get at
Thank God this
advantage?
is at advantage.
My heart's beating so fast right now.
Well, it's about to beat faster as y'all go upstairs. And you see. Let me pause the music for a second. Alright! Who the fuck triggered the vault? The vault's magic detector?
Who is this person?
I think it's like it.
As y'all go up the stairs, you hear this coming out, and you see Lycus flanked
Yeah.
by another rogue and two large dog-looking things, very similar to what you saw at the factory device. The white dogs with the scorpion tails. You! As he points at the clerk. What happened down there? Oh, there was this nice group of people that down there with Mr. Spencer, and one of his friends did tell me to give a message to you to say Godak says hello. Lock that fucking door! So I happened to roll a 19 on the occurrence dice. A 19 and a 20 would have shown up like us. I swear that was by the dice. That's why I was saying, oh my god. Because I could not believe I rolled it for that. I was like, okay, let's see. Let's just, on the off chance, see what kind of encounter happens. So, at the start of next session, because that's where we're ending off after the heist,
Are we fighting?
y'all might be fighting.
Gamers, it might be a good idea to just jump out a window or something.
Well, remember, all the other guards
You
are
too
gone.
strong.
Was it just him?
It's just him, the one rogue guy, and the two dogs, and then like the two mooks who were charmed by Pensy.
We do need to kill these guys at some point, probably.
Damn.
Oh, I'm down. I'm fucking down.
Like, you don't see Cereza, you don't see Terra, you don't see Jericho, you don't see Drozen, you don't see Urizen. This is just like us, and like saying, and like some dudes he brought, saying one dude he brought with him, and some like basically demon dogs.
Wait, Lycus was the one that
Kevin Levin powers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is him.
I'm still stealth, right?
You are still stealthed.
I'm gonna make sure my hood's up so they can't see my face.
You have the mask on.
Oh, true.
Right? And like I said, that is where we'll end tonight's sessions. Thank you all, everyone, for watching. See y'all next time, where we get to see say more Steven Soderbergh say stuff in Ocean's 11 during combat, potentially. See you then.